What in the world are you doing, Sophie?
Eating. I'm hungry.
But why don't you go down and have breakfast with everybody?
You're allowed to have a real breakfast every day? Really?
Why, of course.
My stepmother forbids me to eat in the morning.
Our mothers aren't the same with that horrible Madame Ficini. You'll never be hungry here with us, Sophie.
I'll go down then.
Still in your nightgown. It's time you were dressed. Come back here! I haven't finished with you! Insolent monster! Oh,
Where shall I put Miss Sophie's trunk, madame?
I do not care. I've enough to worry about. Can't you be more careful?
Sorry, madame.
Clumsy fool! And what are you staring at? It's time to leave.
Marguerite, she's gone. This time she's really gone. I'm so happy.
Who's gone?
My stepmother, Madame Ficini, is gone. I'm going to stay here at Fleurville. I was so frightened she would change her mind.
It was decided. Of course you're staying here. Oh. Be careful, Sophie, or you'll swallow your fingers.
That's enough, children. Worry about your own plates.
Take your time. Sophie, nobody here is going to steal your breakfast.
Now stop! Camille's right. It's not funny. Sophie, you must truly think someone is going to prevent you from finishing.
No.
In that case, you should eat more slowly if you don't want to be ill.
I think we've been digging long enough, haven't we? You're right. We're ready to plant our blackcurrants now. Who will go and fetch them?
I will.
Why don't you and Marguerite go together? But don't forget to get the gardener's advice.
All right.
And please hurry. We have our lesson soon.
Wait, what is it? There's no need to ask the gardener because I know where there are patches full of fruit.
Where?
Not far from here.
Oh, they're wonderful. I never even noticed them. Which one shall we tear out?
Oh! Why don't you eat? No one can see us and they're so good.
But we can eat them every day at tea time.
Yes, but now we can eat as many as we want to.
Why are you cleaning your face with leaves?
So they can't see the stains on my handkerchief.
But Sophie, that's what handkerchiefs are for, aren't they?
If my stepmother knew I'd eaten currants, I would be punished.
But she's gone now, Sophie. There's no danger of your being punished. We eat anything we want to.
Marguerite, Sophie, where are you?
Here we are, over here.
We found some nice bushes.
But we have to study now. Our playtime is over. Why haven't you torn any stalks out?
It was Sophie, she.
If you tattle on me, I'm going to get a scolding.
Let her talk, Sophie.
But nobody will scold you. My mamma's not like your stepmother. Sophie stuffed herself on blackcurrants. I never saw anybody eat so much fruit. She just gobbled them up.
But we only just had breakfast.
Well, what of it? I was still hungry.
look so pale, Sophie. Are you feeling sick?
I feel perfectly well. In fact, I could eat a basket full of blackcurrants.
I don't think that you better, though. We should go. If not, we'll be late for our lesson.
You look so pale, Sophie. Are you all right?
It's nothing, Madame. I'm fine, really. I just feel a little sick, that's all.
How do you feel?
Better, Madame. Aren't you going to punish me?
Sophie, as you can see, when you overeat, you get sick, which means that you've already punished yourself, dear. Now you've got to stay in bed while everyone goes out for a walk.
You're going for a walk? It's true I shouldn't have eaten so much. I won't ever do it again. That was the last time.
Excellent. Try to get some rest now, dear.
Why does Sophie eat so much?
Madame Ficini very often used food as a way of punishing her. And because of that, Sophie is afraid of going hungry.
Leaving already? Where are you going?
We're going to the farm to pick cherries.
Last year was so much fun. We climbed the trees and we brought back baskets full.
It's a pity you can't come along with us, Sophie.
Yes, although I feel so bad I can't eat any cherries.
Don't worry, we'll save you some. Get some rest now. We'll see you later.
May I get up now?
But Sophie, don't you think it's a little too soon?
No, I feel much better.
As you wish, but if you feel ill, you must go right back to bed.
Oh, you're burning hot. Try to sleep a little, my baby, and you'll feel better soon. You'll see. Madame de Fleurville is so kind and nice that you and I are going to obey her all the time, Dolly. And that means not eating so much that we get sick.
Ah, Sophie, you seem to be feeling chipper now.
Oh, yes, Madame. Why, I feel so much better.
Sophie, look at all the lovely cherries we picked.
We've decided to make cherry jam with Rosalie. You can help us if you like.
Oh, yes, I will. I adore cherry jam.
But the jam is not for us, Sophie. We're making it for Mrs. Jean.
What? But it's far too good for her.
Why is it too good? I'm sorry, Sophie, but that wasn't a very nice thing to say.
No. Why should I make jam for somebody else? Somebody who may not even like jam. I have the right to some of these cherries too.
Oh, so you want cherries? Well, take these.
Ah!
I'll get you, Sophie.
Stop! You should be ashamed.
It's Sophie's fault. She made me angry.
Sophie!
Let me go or I'll hit you as well.
Ow!
Here's what I think of your cherries. Oh, I don't care about Mrs. Jean or your cherry
No,
jam.
Sophie, stop! She's very poor and she can't afford jam. And that's the reason that we want to make her some.
If I make any jam, it's for me and me alone.
Sophie, this room is called the repentance room. You'll finish the day in here. I want you to think carefully about your behavior this morning. You made yourself sick by eating too much. You destroyed the cherries meant for Mrs. Jean, and you fought with Marguerite.
It wasn't me, Madame. It was she who...
Sophie, you can't always blame others. You've got to learn to be less selfish. Haven't you any sympathy for others? Mrs. Jean is poor. She's not like us. She can't have jam every day. We must help people who are less privileged. I want you to think about it and write down your thoughts about what you've done. You'll have dinner in here, and you shall go to sleep without seeing your friends. Is that clear?
Yes, Madame.
Madame de Rosebourg has punished Marguerite. She has to stay in her room for the whole evening.
Yes, it's sad, children, I know. But Madame de Rosebourg has to be strict about Marguerite's behavior.
But Mama, Marguerite was right to want to make cherry jam for Mrs. Jean.
But Marguerite lost her temper, which she shouldn't have. Getting angry will certainly not help Sophie learn to share.
Mother, let me go and speak to her.
No, Madeleine. She's still far too angry to listen to anybody right now.
Oh, I'm sure she feels sorry for what she's done.
Don't go in there, Sophie. It's the Garden of Evil.
But Mama, the flowers are so colourful and the fruit so appetizing.
Their beauty is only an illusion. They hide many horrible surprises. Come with me on the path of good, where you belong.
No, that path is too rough. I'll hurt my feet on it. I prefer the other one. It looks so pleasant.
Sophie! Sophie!
Sophie? Sophie? No, don't be frightened, Sophie. I have no intention of striking you. Please, pick all of this up. I asked you to pick these things up, Sophie. You're wrong to be so obstinate. You will not come out of here until you've done what I asked you to do. Do you hear? Alyssa, come in here for a moment, please. Would you pick up what's on the floor? And would you please fetch some paper and a pen? Sophie has some work to do now.
I don't want to stay in here.
It's quite simple, Sophie. You must do as you were told, and you can leave immediately.
Oh, the poor thing.
Yes, Madame Ficini's treatment has done a great deal of harm.
The woman's truly a monster. To have treated Sophie so cruelly when she'd just lost her parents.
Yes, it's terrible. Such a shame. And now I find it so difficult to be strict with her. Haven't the heart.
Try to be strong, my friend. She desperately needs someone who loves her and cares about her education as well.
Oh, she has so much to learn again. Her entire personality has to be reconstructed. She's been taught to lie to avoid being beaten.
And even in her absence, Sophie's still terrified of everything.
She needs a great deal of time to regain confidence, but with patience, we'll succeed. We've got to. Sophie, you're hurting yourself unnecessarily. You must trust me. Have you thought about what you did yesterday? I realize you're unhappy, my dear, but that's no reason to take it out on others. You must understand that we are all here to help you. Now please try to write what I asked you to write.
We've got to learn to trust people, don't we, Dolly? How are my friends?
They're fine, Miss Sophie. They can't wait to see you.
They're not angry at me?
No, they feel sorry for you because you're punished.
I feel so sorry and so ashamed. Oh, it's so lovely.
I was very naughty to her. It's my fault she got so angry. It's I who should be punished, not Sophie.
No, Marguerite, it's not true. Sophie has got to learn to share. That's the real problem.
My dear child,
I was so naughty.
you didn't mean to be naughty. It's all over now. May I see what you've written?
How could I have been so mean to Marguerite, Camille and Madeleine when they're always so kind to me? Madame de Fleurville is right. It wouldn't have been so difficult to help my friends make jam for Mrs. Jean, who could really use some. I feel so ashamed. How can they ever forgive me? Will I ever deserve their friendship? Oh, Madame, I'm so sorry. Can you forgive me?
Why, of course I forgive you. Let's pretend that this never happened and begin again. I love you very much, Sophie.
Damn.
Children, come and welcome your new friend, instead of hiding behind the sofa. Let me introduce the new Sophie.
I'm so happy to see you, Sophie.
Not as much as I am. I missed you so much, all three of you.
Shall we play now?
But wouldn't you rather make some jam for Mrs. Jean? Mama!
My child, you're really growing up.
Mama!